Well, hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. My name is Pete Connor. I'm your show's host on this November 6th, 2017, and I would like to welcome back show sponsors, advocates for developmental disabilities, and Anytime Fitness. We're good to have you back into the fold. Today, our in-studio guest is Tim Penny, the president of Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation. And after that, we will be going on location to Amy Swain Hearing Centers. We always appreciate your feedback about what you see on Owatonna Today. So if you do have some suggestions and maybe some recommendations as to who and what you'd like to have on the show, why don't you let us know that by giving us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net or by calling Leanne at 390-5751. And now we're going to take a quick break for some messages from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with Tim, so please stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Kick off your holiday season with Advocates for Developmental Disabilities 27th Annual Festival of Trees, Friday, November 17th at 7:30 p.m. at the Owatonna Holiday Inn. The gala is a festive evening of sparkling trees, holiday entertainment, silent auction, delectable hors d'oeuvres and desserts, and specially decorated fresh wreaths. Tickets are available at Cashwise, Hy-Vee, Kotke's, or by calling 451-9769. Put some merry in your holidays by attending AD's opening night event, Friday, November 17th. Hope to see you there.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection, and greetings to Tim Penny.
Hey,
Welcome to the show.
I'm happy to be here.
I hope
get
so.
here 3-4 times a year, but not with you before.
Never, ever. And it's not as if we haven't been together in the past. So
Yeah.
I appreciate the reconnect. I
Yeah.
do. Yeah. So, well, we're going to talk today about Initiative Foundation things. Before we get into some of those headliners that I know that you want to consider, your history now with the foundation goes back how long?
It's 10 years.
No,
time
really?
flies, yeah. And some changes with the foundation over these years. We're now at the front end of a new strategic plan that will carry us 6 years into the future. But what we've done in the last 10 years, pardon me, is really kind of tighten our focus around three key areas of work. One is community funds. When I started at the foundation, we helped 11 small towns in southern Minnesota create and maintain community funds. That's now up to 27. We really have expanded and enhanced our work around early childhood, and I'll talk about more of that in a moment. And we've done some interesting things in the entrepreneurial space. We've always done business lending at the foundation, but now we have an equity fund, and now we have a lot of emphasis on local foods, and I'll talk about that a little later as well.
Cool. So we're still a McKnight organization?
Yeah, we're affiliated with McKnight, as are the other 5 rural initiative funds here in Minnesota. And they continue to provide about 20% of each of our organization's annual budgets. And in our case, we're about a $5 million a year organization if you add in everything, including the business lending that we do. So McKnight is an important partner. But we raise 10% of our budget here locally. We take about 20% of our budget in earnings off of our endowment funds. So we've got a pretty stable budget, and it allows us to stay rooted and focused as we are.
And a board of directors that encompasses the full southern...
Yeah, we have 14 members on our board, and they do come from across the 20-county region that we serve, which is south central, southeastern Minnesota, from various backgrounds, and they really provide the kind of leadership that allows us to be as effective as we are.
Yeah, good. Well, that's great. What would it be like if we didn't have the foundation?
Well, there are lots of good organizations serving every community across the state. Nonprofits really do a lot of the important work in our towns. We are rare, really, in that we are a regional foundation. In our case, we serve 20 counties. The other 5 initiative foundations serve the remaining 60 counties in rural Minnesota. And so we see our role as collaborating and partnering with other groups and organizations across our region that are focused on the same issues that we work on. And so in our new strategic plan, collaboration really is part of our vision statement. And it's really how we go about doing our work.
Excellent. Let's talk about that work.
Yeah.
You've had some headliners, and we're going to go back to September, I think.
Yeah,
and
well, fall is a busy time for us, and we have 4 kind of premier events every fall. The first of those is in September. It's our annual Entrepreneur Bridge event, which we hold at the historic Hormel home in Austin. We try to select from among our own loan clients, as well as loan clients or businesses that are referred to us by chambers of commerce or EDAs from across the region, a group of roughly 50 emerging, growing businesses in our region, and avail them of a day-long conference with guest speakers and breakout sessions that focus on topics like business transition or HR issues, things that are important to the growth of their business. And it's been a highly successful event. Tom Rosen of Rosen Diversified in Fairmont has underwritten this event through the years, as has the Hormel Foundation in Austin. It's really become an important event for the businesses that participate, because it's a very practical conference where they can walk away with knowledge that they can take back to their business. The other thing we do at this event is we have several colleges in southern Minnesota that have entrepreneur programs. So we have the essence of a Shark Tank, where these student entrepreneurs come and present before a panel of judges, and we award a financial gift to the businesses or the business ideas from these students that we think are the most interesting.
Hey, wonderful. You know,
So that's our first event in the fall.
And that's part of that growth thing.
We're
isn't
trying to
it?
grow
Yeah,
new
yeah,
businesses
yeah.
here in southern Minnesota, which is an exciting thing, and our colleges are doing their part.
Sure. Okay. Great.
Our second event is the annual luncheon.
Okay.
And that's always early to mid-October. This year it was bigger than ever. We had to move some of our staff actually into the hall to have lunch so we could make more table space available for our friends. And you know, it's an audience of 270 people or more who are really partners with us in the work that we do in the early childhood entrepreneur and community fund space. And it's an opportunity for us to celebrate those partnerships. And this year we had Chris Ingraham from the Washington Post come, because our focus in our new multi-year plan is to do an even better job of getting some of our foundation's resources into the smaller towns of the region. Well, this journalist had written a story that besmirched Red Lake County as the least attractive county in America, which caused that community to invite him to come and visit the county, and he ended up moving his young family to Red Lake Falls. So he was a great keynote speaker for us, and helped us to emphasize how wonderful our small towns are. And at the event, we announced a new small town grant program and several communities that will get grants through that program, and a new Energizing Entrepreneurs program. We call it REV, like Rev the Engines, where we'll go in and work hand in glove with community leaders in 5, well, actually 6, because there are 2 towns that are working together in partnership over the next several years to help them capture and advance the entrepreneurial spirit of their towns. So that was what we did at our annual luncheon.
Nice. It's in the showcase, isn't it?
It really is. That's what the annual luncheon is all about, to celebrate the work of the past year and then to look ahead to what we're going to be doing in future years.
Right. Excellent. Well, from October, we then continue and look at early childhood.
Yeah, and I brought the brochure because every year we do an early childhood conference for providers in the region. It includes a number of breakout sessions where they can learn more about how to deal with social and emotional challenges in the classroom, how to use music or song in the education process. The bottom line is that early childhood providers are business people. It's really a small business that they're running, but they're also educators. They're getting these young kids ready for kindergarten. And so these conferences help to fill a niche by providing additional resources and information for them to come, learn, and do a better job. And it helps them get the continuing education credits that they need in order to keep their licensure. So we had over 400 providers attend this event this year, so it gets bigger and better every year. We do it in partnership with a group that used to be referred to as Child Care Resource and Referral. It's now Families First, and it's a great event. And that is the end of October each year, or it could be early November, but it's in that particular time frame.
So important, we have never forgotten, I don't think, the essence of getting kids ready, little ones ready.
The statistics bear out that if you get kids ready to learn by the time they enter kindergarten, they do so much better thereafter. If they come to kindergarten behind, many of them never catch up. And then it has lifelong consequences. So this early childhood work is critically important, and this conference is just one small piece of the work that we do in the early childhood space.
Well, that's a long haul thing. That's been around with the foundation for many years.
We have. We've done early childhood work almost since our origin 30 years ago, but intensively in the last 10 years or so. And about 15 years ago, we began working in communities in what we call the Early Childhood Initiative, where we go in and create work with a leadership group and advance the community towards some early childhood goals. And we're now up to, I think, 23 or 24 communities that have gone through that process.
Wonderful. Yeah, good work. And coming up now in December, the Local Foods Feast Festival.
Yeah, this is a great partnership with a long list of collaborators here in southern Minnesota, including Renewing the Countryside, which is an organization focused on local foods and advancing the rural economy. And now this will be our 4th annual Local Foods Feast Festival, held the first Saturday in December at the Rochester Civic Center. Last year we had 100 local food producers and processors exhibit at this event. It's like a farmer's market on steroids. And it's just a great event. We had 1,700 people come through the event last year. We had upwards of 50 buyers, restaurants, grocery stores, others come and sample, and some purchasing contracts resulted. So it's a huge event, always the first Saturday in December. So this year it's Saturday, December 2nd. So come on by anytime between 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon and check it out. I was there throughout the day last year, and people were walking away with grocery bags full of things that they purchased. And just ahead of the holidays, it's a perfect time to have an event like this, and it helps to highlight what's going on with local foods in southern Minnesota, it also helps these local food producers and processors create a bigger market and more awareness for their own products.
Wonderful. It's the whole diversity thing that you've spoken to today, the wide array of things that the foundation is involved in, and it certainly is. I still wonder what would happen if it wasn't, would we get done with what we wanted to do, but it is what it is, and you guys are doing a wonderful job, and thank you for that, and thank you for being here to share all of that with us.
It's always good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us today. We're going to take a break from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with Amy Swain Hearing Centers, so please stay tuned.
The majority of fatal home fires happen at night when people are sleeping. Smoke alarms give you time to escape. We recommend that you have a smoke alarm in every sleeping room of the house and on every floor in the common living areas. Smoke alarms should be tested monthly, and batteries should be replaced at least once a year. This is a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and the Village of Yesteryear. Check out our website for current exhibits and our monthly programs.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And I am here at Amy Swain Hearing Centers with Amy Swain. Hello, Amy.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. How about that? Anyway, welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, Amy.
Thank you.
And I started out on a very interesting telephone accessory for people who are hard of hearing. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
All right, so take it away.
Okay, so what we've got here is what we call Caption Call. And it is a program that is set up by the federal government. And what the program involves is that you can get the phone for free if you have a hearing loss. And the reason you get it free is because right now already, if you have a phone that you pay at home, a phone bill, you will see a federal access charge on there.
Oh yes, of course.
Yep, the federal access charge is what pays for these phones to be installed for the hearing impaired.
Oh, okay.
So what you can do on the phone is not only can you amplify it, there's a little volume control on it, but you can also read the conversation. So if somebody calls you and you have difficulty hearing on the phone, you can not only hear them, but you can read the conversation at the same time. It does work with the internet. You have to have a phone line and internet. Sometimes there's some workarounds with that. And so I do have a gentleman coming in to show us how to use these and to, ask questions. He's going to be in my office in the Owatonna location on November 15th from 9 a.m. to 12. You don't need to call ahead and let us know you're coming, but if you'd like to come in, that's November 15th from 9 a.m. to 12. A gentleman from Caption Call will come in and he will show you the features on this phone as well as answer questions that you have about the installation.
Okay.
But basically all you'd have to do is to prove you have a hearing loss, which isn't hard by doing a screening here at my office.
Okay.
And then we would fill out a form for you. It's a little one-page deal. Send it in. And then they would call you to schedule a hookup and come in and hook up the phone, show you how to operate it in your home for you.
Okay.
And that service is completely free to you. So, if you're interested in it, November 15th from 9 a.m. to 12.
Okay. How severe of a hearing loss do you have to have before you're eligible for the free phone?
They don't put a criteria on it. It just has to be a hearing loss.
A hearing loss, okay.
So, just about anybody would qualify. There's no financial restrictions or anything like that. Anybody is eligible if they have a hearing loss.
Okay, so the phone itself is free, but you would still need to pay for your phone service and also an internet connection.
Correct.
Okay, do you know why it needs to have an internet connection as well as the phone connection?
Something to do with what the service uses. There's also the ability of being able to save the conversations in this printed form.
Okay.
And so I'm sure it uses some technology over the internet. Most of our phone systems are going to an internet-based
That's true.
type of thing anyway. You can hardly get like we switched to cable instead of dish, and we have to have a phone number, even though we don't even have a phone number hooked up to it, just because it comes with the package.
Oh, I see.
I suppose it has something to do with some of that kind of thing.
And so actually what this phone does is the person on the other end, when they speak, it actually changes speech to text.
Exactly.
Okay. And then what about the other way around? When the person with the hearing impairment, when they speak, does it print out what they're saying to the other person?
Only if they have this system.
Okay.
Otherwise they would just be talking normally.
Okay. So on their particular phone, it doesn't cover, it won't show what they're saying to the other person as text.
Oh, you mean the person talking?
Right. So if they're talking,
that's a question.
that's
I
a
don't have
question
an
to
answer
ask
for.
him. Okay.
Oh boy, yeah. See, I don't know everything.
And that's a good reason why you're having the representative come in.
Yeah, I intend to learn a few things that day too.
Yes, yes. Well, it's really an amazing convenience. And I think at times we've seen a few TV public service announcements on TV showing, I think it was, now Grandpa can talk to his grandkids or whatever, or Grandma can. So, and this is the exact type thing that they're talking about.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it is good to know that that federal access charge on our bills really does go for something that's extremely beneficial for someone who is hard of hearing.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I don't know if that federal access charge helps with other things.
True.
I'm sure we
never know what they go for.
Oh, we get taxed for stuff all over the place. Hopefully most of it's helping. So.
Exactly. Okay, so you've talked about the phone.
Yep.
And then what do you have there, that nice sleek black box?
This is an item called a Z-Vox. It's a fancier sound bar. Now, in the last 10 years, since the invention of flat screen TVs, the flat screen TVs, when they did that, they sacrificed the sound quality on the TV, and quite often the sound is even getting sent behind the TV.
Right, that's what most of them are like, and I have no idea why they would put the speakers for the TV behind the TV.
I think what they thought people were going to do was to invest in stereo surround sounds.
Okay.
But that didn't really happen. And so as a result, in my 28 years of doing hearing aids, just in the last 10 years, I've had a lot of people say, I still can't hear the TV. Now, there are transmitters that go with most models of hearing aids where it directly goes into the hearing aid from the TV, the sound does.
Okay, would that be the TV mode then that's on the phone app?
No, not the TV mode. The
Okay.
TV mode is just another program where the hearing aid comes on a little bit louder. But there's actually a transmitter you can plug into most TV models. And sometimes you have to wear an in-between piece like a neck loop or something, but otherwise sometimes it just transmits directly to the hearing aid. That kind of technology is getting better and better. But for someone that doesn't have that kind of thing, to invest in a sound bar, if you go into a Best Buy or a Target or Walmart, you'll find that they have some sound bars. And they can range in price anywhere from $50 up to like $300.
Okay.
Now the Z-Vox one is one specifically designed for people that have a hearing loss, because the audiologist can kind of change up what this should sound like.
Oh, okay.
These are about $250. It can be wall mounted, but basically what it does is it just provides an external speaker so that when somebody's listening to the TV with their hearing aids, it brings a much better sound quality out, which helps them to hear the TV
Oh,
better.
exactly. And as I've mentioned before, my father has a hearing loss and comes here to you, and he is having a difficult time with his newer TV, sometimes understanding what people are saying. Part of it is people can talk very fast, but he's just not catching all of the right sounds. So that would be an amazing thing, and by golly, we're going to be bringing him in here and checking this out for him.
Yeah, exactly. This has helped a lot of people, and even myself, I want to get one of these for my house, because when I listen to it, it's like, yeah, I like that. It's just a much better sound quality without, breaking the bank, so to speak.
So with that, then you can come in, you can adjust the treble, you can adjust the bass, based on what the hearing loss issues are with that particular person. Are they missing the low sounds? Are they missing the high sounds?
Yep. With this particular model of sound bar, yes, you can. The sound bars at Target and stuff, it's just a better sound quality, and that does help a lot of people. But like you say, on TV, so often there's background music, and then there's a lot of people that are talking too quickly.
Exactly.
And as we get older, unfortunately, we just don't process speech as quickly as we did when we were younger.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so it's a double whammy: the hearing loss, and then sometimes just processing
it, right. And then the less you're able to do that, the less you sort of start to lose more of that capability too.
Yep.
As you've mentioned before in the past, it's sort of like brain training, and if you don't keep the brain trained in certain aspects, then it has a tendency to lose that some of that capability.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Anything else today you wanted to share with us?
No, but keep in mind, if you do want to see a demonstration of this caption call, the gentleman will be here on November 15th from 9 a.m. to 12.
Okay, and that's a Thursday?
That's a Wednesday.
Oh, that's a Wednesday, sorry, okay.
And just also, I'm having an open house the week of the 13th through the 17th. You do have to call to have an appointment, but I do have some special pricing on hearing aids that week too.
Oh,
So,
that's very important.
yes, and so not only will he be here demonstrating that, but the open house gives special pricing on the hearing aids, and I will be doing a drawing for a free Zvox for someone. So come in and
lovely.
register, come and have some cookies and coffee, and come and meet, maybe my sales rep will be here on that Monday the 13th, I think, too.
Okay, okay. So lots of good things going on here at Amy Swain Hearing Centers. Yeah, well, Amy, thank you so much for allowing us to come down to your office again, and we thank you so much also. You have been a sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show for a long time. I would say over 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is, and we certainly do appreciate your support of the Owatonna Today Show. So, yeah. All right. Any questions, please give Amy a call at the phone number that you see on the screen here, audience, and please stay with us. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors. All right.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Well, welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. It's time now for some community announcements. The next evening support group for caregivers assisting people with Alzheimer's or another dementia will be on Tuesday, November 7th from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Owatonna Public Library, 3rd floor, small conference room. For more information, please contact Deb Gillard at 213-1305 or gillard.deb@gmail.com. St. Paul's Episcopal Church, the annual bazaar, Saturday, November 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. A brunch, $7, served from 10:30 to 12:30. St. Paul's Episcopal Church. Collection boxes for the 2017 County Toys for Tots program are ready to be filled for the giving season. There are more than 80 collection boxes in Steele County at businesses, schools, and churches. Donations of new, unwrapped toys are being accepted through Tuesday, December 12th. The application deadline for Steele County Toys for Tots registration is Wednesday, November 15th. And for more information about Steele County Toys for Tots, visit their website or their Facebook page for updates. Steele County Historical Society is offering a self-guided cemetery tour, Operation Tombstone, from 10 a.m. to dusk on Friday, November 10th, Saturday from November 11th, and Sunday, November 12th. The tour will highlight the lives of 20 Steele County men and women who served our country during the Great War. Maps are available for purchase at the Steele County History Center, each for $5. And finally, the 27th Annual Festival of Trees, Friday, November 17th, is the opening night event. It's the benefit for advocates for developmental disabilities serving Steele County at the Holiday Inn and Suites, and it is open to the public. So that's going to take care of it for today. Thanks for being with us. We are going to be coming back on Wednesday with Callie Shea from the Crisis Resource Center, and also Joyce Hansel and Barb Novak from the Women's Club of Owatonna. Thanks again for being here. We'll look forward to having you back on Wednesday.